let's move this thing right along. We got a very interesting idiot of the week this week.
Oh, do we?
Yes. Let's jump on into the idiot
of the week. How that was?
Kind of fell off the cliff at the end, but whatever. We'll take it.
Sean will fix it.
Yeah, Sean will fix it. Cool. Good thinking.
Pay him good bucks.
City is called. This story comes out of a city called Dale City. Ironically, I've never been there, never heard of it. It's a awkward name, Dale City, DEL City, Oklahoma. You ever been to Oklahoma, man?
Hell no.
You haven't been anywhere. You haven't been any places. I'm starting to notice.
I have been places.
Oh, okay. Just nowhere where the idiots come from.
Yes.
Okay. This young lady
probably makes sense, right?
Right. This young lady
might come back. Might be an idiot. I don't know.
You're right. This young lady that's involved in this story, her name is Annie Dunham.
This is the second lady. No.
We've had a few ladies that have won the title Idiot of the Week. I can't remember all of them, but we've definitely had a few.
I think I know two.
Okay, well, shouts out to them.
As you were.
This lady is 59 years old, so she's definitely the oldest.
The oldest to make the list, period.
Yes, definitely. 59 years old, Annie Dunham from Dale City, Oklahoma. So Annie Dunham had been living in a particular neighborhood for about 30 years. You know what I'm saying? That's a long time to be living somewhere. You know, a lot of people get 30-year fixed rate mortgages on their houses. After 30 years, you own that mother. So she may even own her house, which may, explain why some things happen later on. So I thought that was important to note. 30 years she's been living in the neighborhood. But recently, the last few years, some things have been happening next door to her that she definitely is not a fan of. You know what I'm saying? These things have been getting her upset. And, she pretty much had reached her boiling point. You know what I'm saying? You live somewhere, you're paying your mortgage, you're paying rent. It's where you live. At the end of the day, you don't want no bullshit going on where you live at. Well, apparently she intended to do something about it. So basically, the situation was the house next door to her, the lady who had been living in that house for however many years, the story didn't say, but the past few years she moved out of the house and she had been renting the house out to regular people. And so she became a landlord. I guess she bought another house, who knows. But she became a landlord, she started renting the house out. Apparently to Miss Annie Dunham, these particular people were, doing a lot. Partying, drugs. She said there was a lot of drug activity going on. People going
her house? Or
no, the
neighbor's house.
The neighbor's house.
Okay.
Keep up with me now.
Okay.
How is all this going to be going on at her house?
Hey, man. I was trying to figure out.
So the neighbor got all this supposedly going on at her house. And like I said earlier in the story, Annie's upset that things are going on at her neighbor's house. Drug activity, she said people are going in and out of the house all times of the night, partying, loud music. So one day, she caught the owner at the house. Okay? So she's like, hey, and of course I'm paraphrasing here. I don't know. I wasn't there. But I can just imagine, hey, you got these crackheads in the house. They're partying all night. I can't sleep. My cats are meowing. Okay, they're from Oklahoma now, so I'm imagining this. If you're from Oklahoma and this is not how y'all talk, please forgive me. But, she complains to the lady. Let the lady know she's pissed. Get these people out of here. I don't want them living there. She said they're bringing the value of the house down, the neighborhood down. So the lady's like, look here, lady. Who the hell you think you are? Mind your business. Your beeswax. She didn't say beeswax, but just put a little stank on it. Mind your beeswax, lady.
She said some other words. Okay.
Probably. So, a lot of times when somebody gets told to mind their business, it turns things up a little bit. So these two ladies went from having a conversation to a full-blown argument. Okay? They're yelling loud. They're cussing each other out. You know what I'm saying? All kind of fingers are being pointed, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? Because this is suburbs. You know what I'm saying? It's not the hood. Suburbs, you know what I'm saying? 59 years old. She's probably pointing a lot. You know what I'm saying? But here anyways. So she got her point across to the lady, and one of the neighbors that said that they had gotten so loud that he had to come out and kind of break them up. to keep him from, because they had almost gotten to the point where they were going to fight. So they said they broke them up. They both went their own ways, and that was it. Okay. A few days later, the police are called out to the neighborhood. And not only the police are called, but the fire department is called.
Why did I know something about to happen like that?
So the fire department shows up. The call was that there was a house on fire. Okay. So the fire department shows up, and they put the house that was on fire was the lady who had the drug activity going on in the house that she was renting out. House had caught on fire. So the fire department putting the fire out, blah, blah, blah. They put the fire out. Boom. Okay, so then the media comes through. You know, they got to do their interviews. We're here on the scene live, Channel 8 News. You know what I'm saying? They do their thing. Old girl, Annie Dunham, you know what I'm saying? She volunteers to do a TV interview. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, hey, you know, I saw some smoke coming. You know, I didn't think nothing of it because it's a lot of drug addicts living in there. I mean, she put them out there. You know what I'm saying? She did them dirty. Okay? She was like, she didn't think nothing of it. She just know they be over there smoking a lot and doing a lot of drug things. So she didn't think nothing of it. Next thing she knew, the house was on fire. So they got their interview. They left. And that was that. Right? Later on, a few days later, the police were doing their investigation. At the, you know, I guess once the smoke clears, like they say, they go in, they, you know, search the scene, try to figure out what happened. Because there's got to be...
Check it out.
It's got to be a cause for a fire, man. Like, fires don't just happen out of nowhere. Something's got to cause it. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a magician, you're going to hocus pocus, you know, whatever. That's a whole nother story. They do their investigation. One of the cops, bright future in the police department, looks up, notices a camera on the side of the house that's next door, on Annie's house. She got a camera on the side of her house, you know, scoping, you know, the area or whatever, like many people do, security cameras, you know, nothing out of the normal there. So the cop says, instead of us, you know, doing all this investigation, let's go look at the camera and see if we can see anything on the camera. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Might help us crack this case wide open. You know what I'm saying? So they go next door, they knock on the door, maybe 2 or 3 times, I don't know how many. But they knock on the door, and they have Miss Annie come to the door, and they're like, hey, you know, we saw you got a camera up there that focuses to the house next door that it burned down a few days ago, and we want to know if we can, you know, look at your camera and see what happened. We got to figure out how this house burned down. Lady like, yeah, no problem. Glad to help. I want to be a good citizen.
And forgot to delete that part she crossed the street.
They looked at the camera and literally saw Miss Dunham come out of her back door, on the camera now, and throw something over the fence into the house that was next door. And the object that she threw was, they said it looked like a wooden object with something on it that had been lit on fire. So she throws it over the fence, and it lands. The people had their back door open, so it landed right inside the house. And next thing you know, obviously the house burns down. So they arrest her on the spot. Boom, 2nd-degree arson. On the spot. Like you said, the lady forgot.
You gotta delete that part.
You gotta delete it. If you gotta
It's your camera. It's your camera. You gotta delete that.
You gotta know that it's there.
You gotta delete that.
First of all, because the camera, you the one 9 out of 10 who put the camera up there. You know it's recording.
You know it's facing that way.
You know it's facing that way.
And you gonna let them see.
And you let the cops come in and look at the footage. I bet she thought she was so slick too.
Thought she forgot about it.
That's a damn shame. Like, she's 59, so you know some people once they get, you know, they mind start, you know.
You gotta delete that shit.
You gotta delete it, Miss Dunham. Miss Dunham. So yeah, she was arrested, charged with 2nd-degree arson, which is a crime punishable up to 25 years in prison in the state of Oklahoma. Now she may not get that much time. She may not even live that much longer. Who knows? But you know, I'm sure they're gonna get her. Well, I mean, she's going to jail at 59. How much longer you expect her to live?
She might live to 100, man.
This is jail we talking about.
Get on them weights.
Have you ever been to jail?
Start shanking people.
No.
She might get her young girlfriend and protect her.
She is she has already shown that she don't mind raising some hell. So maybe she'll be all right. She'll probably turn into old girl off of that one show when she go to jail. Because, I mean, she burnt down a house, so, hey, She ain't gonna be scared to shank somebody in the showers, I guess. What you think? Shouts out to you though, Miss Annie.
Nope.
Miss Annie.
She gonna get her.
She sound like the lady who sell cookies in the neighborhood. Miss Annie. Anyways, got any comments?
You gotta delete that shit,
She
man.
forgot about the cameras. Yep, she did. She forgot about the cameras.
Gotta delete that
Gotta
shit.
delete it, man.
Kyle. You gotta delete that shit.
I heard you, bro.